Good morning, friends, followers, subscribers, my army of Trevites and cultists, and those of you who are on Instagram. Thank you very much for continuing to support me. And if you are on YouTube and you haven't come across Instagram yet, why not? Right, people, so it's Monday. My son's just headed to school. Morning routine, breakfast done, everything's gone. He's got a sore foot now because yesterday he was playing football and someone stood on his foot. It was just a game. But anyway, these things happen. But he's got a little bit of limp. That'll heal over the next couple of days. Yeah. And Gwen's at the gym. Luba was going to come over and collect Sebastian's stuff. I said, no, I'll drop it off. But yeah. Last night's live. I did a live last night. It was going really, really well. But then I got cut off. No sound. Nothing to do with YouTube. I'm going to put that out now. Nothing to do with YouTube. More to do with the app that I was using. But anyway, I won't let that happen again. Thank you to those hundreds of you that tuned in. These things happen, people. Technology, isn't it? Right, I mentioned something yesterday in my video, and I've been mentioning this for the last month or so about my beliefs. Because it's my channel, isn't it? Well, I did a little bit of looking into that, and I had a message this morning from a very good friend, a very, very well-connected friend. Listen to this. Now, last year, in April 2023, the CIA went across to Ukraine to look into and investigate the fact that many of the Ukrainian, I'll use the word many of the Ukrainian politicians were stealing financial aid given to their country to help them fight against Russia. Many of the politicians were corrupt. There was a big investigation into corruption in Ukraine. Yes, it's still ongoing. But just in case you aren't aware, a couple of days ago, the US agreed to give Ukraine an extra $61 billion in aid, in military aid and financial aid. The CIA are back out in Ukraine again because they are hearing the noise and the rumbles of noise. Check this out. They're hearing these rumblings. Many of Zelensky's top generals have been complaining that they aren't getting enough money. Yes, they're arguing how much they should get out of the new aid package coming. Now, there's also rumblings that millions and millions, probably close to $1 billion of aid given to Ukraine has been siphoned off and is in like shell companies and off-sea companies. You know what I mean? Yeah, hidden accounts in different places. Our politicians in the UK and those at MI6, politicians in America and those at the CIA, and politicians in Australia and those in the Australian intelligence services are fully aware that there's lots of corruption in Ukraine. And the guy at the peak of this corruption is Zelensky. But the thing is, Zelensky's now a puppet. He's a Western puppet. They can't remove him for corruption, so they're leaving him there because he is the face of the man fighting against Putin. Who do you replace Zelensky? And if you were to get rid of Zelensky, how would you have the trust of the world again to give you money to fight a case whenever a lot of that money has been siphoned off into private bank accounts? It's absolutely shocking what's going on. And the fact that all these idiots across the world, all these celebrities, think that Zelensky's some sort of hero is shocking. He's fully aware of all the corruption that's happening. And yet he won't tell the West. We're having to use our intelligence services to find out this stuff. A fact is a fact, people. Right, what else? In the UK, Sir Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, is in a bit of a pickle right now, isn't he? He doesn't know what to do. How can he present Labour Party to be the party of the people? Whenever it's now been proven that 1 in every 8 Labour voters believe the St George's flag is racist and it should never be put on display. Well, Sir Keir, you make your bed, you lie in it. This is what happens when you go after all the asylum seekers, all the foreigners, and you try and bring them to here to bolster up your party. So Labour is a party, in my opinion, is a party of foreigners. So what do you expect? Whenever you try and bring in things towards British people, your party doesn't want it. Your voters aren't the normal demographic. Yeah, imagine having a leader of a country whose party members think that the English flag is racist. How can you actually go across and sell that party to ordinary working people? Wow, maybe that's not the party to vote for, is it? Yeah. And there's loads of shit going down in Tenerife, isn't there? Oh, the population of Tenerife are up in arms. They do not want tourists anymore. They don't want them. They're introducing a tourist tax. Over 50,000 people in Tenerife took to the streets protesting about holidaymakers coming to their country and leaving it a mess. That's what happens, eh? Let's go to Tenerife. Tenerife, whenever I was in the army, I knew a guy who was in my platoon who always went to Tenerife. He just liked to party. It was a party place. You know, a place which is known in the past where you can have sex on the beach, piss in the street, and get on like a complete mental retard and then come home. Well, no. That's going to stop. Rubbish. Now they're introducing things which they should have had years ago. If you litter the place, it's £100 fine. £100. They find it. They're taking back control, which is brilliant, which is a good slogan. I wonder who's used that before. Yeah. All good. And what else have I got here? Israel. Another thing. Now, I've watched the media. I've seen the news. I think in fact, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I think one of the most informed individuals on Israel is Colonel Richard Kemp, who is retired colonel. He's fantastic figurehead. Well, Israel are now panicking because they believe their prime minister could be issued an international arrest warrant for war crimes. Now, it's quite clear now that Hamas has committed war crimes against the Israeli people. But when you look at what Israel's done into Palestine region, in my opinion, they could possibly have committed war crimes as well, unknowingly. So, war's war. No one likes war. Sometimes the only way to put fire out is not with water. It's with more heat. And you let it burn itself out. It's a shame what's been happening. Anyone that endorses war is not a nice person. They aren't. Well, I need to pack up, don't I? I need to pack up. I'm going out for the day. As I said, Thursday I'll be in London, so I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully have a peaceful week. A peaceful week. Yeah. But thank you for your support, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful day. Leave comments below. There's loads going on. I'm hearing more rumblings. Yes, more rumblings that Prince Harry's immigration papers and his visa is going to show information that will prove he lied in his application. So rather than be deported and be the world's biggest shame on the royal family, he has been given advice to get his US citizenship ASAP while President Joe Biden is there. If he fills in the papers now, the president will fast track him as a US citizen, which is unprecedented. And then if it turns out, and the papers, whenever his immigration papers are released by the court and it proves he lied, well, it's impossible to deport a US citizen, isn't it? Exactly. So this is the reason why there's been such a fast pace to get this dealt with. There we go. Anyway, listen, people, have a wonderful day. And most of all, stay safe.